Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, let us do MCQs of the GECT exam, that is the Goa Board CET exam. Okay, here we will look at the MCQs of chapter Relations and Functions. Okay, so this is the first set of MCQs that we will do, Relations and Functions. So let us look at the first question. So let fx is equal to lambda x divided by x plus 1, x not equal to minus 1. Then f of x is equal to x, or f composite f x is equal to x if lambda is equal to. So here we have to find what is lambda. Okay, there are 4 options here. So let us see how to solve this. Now since it is given that f composite f of x is equal to x, that we will use. So given is f composite f of x is equal to x. Okay, so this will imply f of x is equal to x. So what we will get, f of x is lambda x divided by x plus 1. So here you will get lambda x divided by x plus 1, and that is equal to x. Okay, so this will imply what? Now f of lambda x divided by x plus 1. Now this is your new x. Okay, so this is now your new x. So what will be the value of the function here, f of this x? So that will be lambda. The new x is what? The new x is lambda x divided by x plus 1, and then divided by x plus 1 is there, but your new x is lambda x divided by x plus 1. So here you will get lambda x divided by x plus 1, and then plus 1 is there in the definition. Okay, and this will be equal to x. So just you are substituting this new x in place of this original x, right? Now we have to simplify this. So what you will get, this implies a lambda square, if you multiply lambda with this bracket, lambda square x divided by x plus 1. So lambda square x divided by x plus 1, and that is divided by, now here you have to take LCM. Okay, so here you have lambda x divided by x plus 1 plus 1, LCM is x plus 1. So what you will get, lambda x plus x plus 1, and then it is divided by x plus 1, and this is equal to 1. Okay, sorry, this is equal to x. Now we can cancel here x plus 1, right? So we will get lambda square x divided by lambda x plus x plus 1, and that is equal to x. So if we simplify it more, we can take this on the right hand side, lambda x plus 1 we can take on the right hand side. So lambda square x is equal to x times lambda x plus x plus 1. Okay, so what we will get? We will get lambda square x equal to, this x can be multiplied to this bracket. So we will get lambda x square plus x times x is x square plus x times 1 is x. Okay, now we will get all the terms on the right hand side on the left hand side. Okay, we will take all the terms which are on the right hand side on the left hand side. So lambda square x minus lambda x square minus x square minus x equal to 0. Okay, so we will get lambda square x. Then you can see that x square is common here, so we can take that common, minus x square we can take common, and you will get lambda plus 1. Okay, so no, we have to keep lambda as a variable. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll not take common, so we'll keep this as one quantity only, lambda x square. Okay, we will keep it as it is, minus lambda x square, and this minus x square minus x, we will take it together. So what we will do, we will take minus sign common, so we will get x square plus x in the bracket equal to 0. Okay, now you can see that this is a quadratic equation in terms of lambda. So lambda is the variable here. Okay, and this is a quadratic equation in lambda. So this is quadratic equation in lambda. You know how to solve quadratic equations. So the formula is lambda equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so this will be equal to minus, the b is minus x square here, right? Minus b is minus x square, so minus of minus x square plus or minus root of b square, so that is minus x square the whole square, right? Then minus 4ac. So we have to write that, let us increase the size of this square root. Okay, so minus 4ac, so minus 4 times a is x here and multiplied by c. What is c? It is minus x square plus x. So I want to write here, I need more space, let us write it again. Okay, so minus b, so minus of minus x square, then plus or minus root of b square, so that is minus x square, right? B square is there, so minus x square the whole square, then minus 4a, a is x here, and then multiplied by c, so that is minus of x square plus x, minus of x square plus x, and this is divided by 2a, so 2 times x. So let us simplify it. So lambda is equal to, so x square plus or minus root of, this is minus x square the whole square, which will be x raised to 4. Then we have minus and minus plus, so plus 4, and if you look at this, x times x square will be x cube, and x times x will be x square, so, and also 4 is there, right? 4 times x, so that is 4x square. So now this is divided by 2a, that is 2x. So this will imply lambda is equal to x square plus or minus. Now inside the root there is a quantity in which we can take x square common, right? From the quantity we can take x square common, so we will get x square multiplied by x square plus 4 times, from x cube if we take x square common we will remain with x plus 4, right? Then 2x. So this will imply lambda is equal to x square plus or minus. Now we will split the root for x square and this quantity. So root of x square is x and root of the quantity, that is x square plus 4x plus 4. Okay, and then it is divided by 2x. So this will imply lambda is equal to x square plus or minus x root of, this is what, this is x square plus 4x plus 4, which is nothing but x plus 2 the whole square, right, and that is divided by 2x. So this will imply lambda is equal to x square plus or minus x times x plus 2, and then it is divided by 2x. So lambda will be equal to x square plus x multiplied by x plus 2 divided by 2x, or lambda will be equal to x square minus x multiplied by x plus 2 divided by 2x, right, because plus or minus was there, we can write it like this. So now what we will get, so lambda is equal to, from the first equation, x square plus x square, because we can multiply this, x multiplied by x is x square, and then x multiplied by 2 is plus 2x, and divided by 2x, okay, or from the next equation what we are getting, x square minus x square, right, and then minus 2x, and then it is divided by 2x. So we are getting lambda equal to x square plus x square is 2x square plus 2x divided by 2x, or lambda is equal to, this x square and minus x square will get cancelled, we will get minus 2x divided by 2x, and this is equal to minus 1, okay. So what we are getting is lambda equal to, now if you divide this here, okay, 2x if you divide for both the terms, you will get x plus 1, or from the next equation we are getting lambda equal to minus 1. Now this is discarded, lambda equal to x plus 1, because lambda is a constant and you are getting a variable here, x plus 1, okay, so is discarded, since lambda is a constant, and from the next equation you are getting the constant lambda, which is minus 1, right. So this is the answer. Let us look at the options, because this is an MCQ. So option D is correct, right, minus 1, okay. So like this you have to solve the problems. Minus 1 is the correct option, D. So now let us look at the second one. So identify a function from the following functions which is neither injective nor surjective, okay. Now there are 4 options here. See, you cannot try all the options in the exam, right. So what you do first do is look at the option which is closest to be correct, right. So what we have to do here, identify a function from the following function which is neither injective nor surjective, that is neither 1 1 nor on 2, okay. Now you have to select the most correct options which you feel, okay. So let us look at the function which is the function b there, okay. So f of z to z, f from z to z, which is defined as f of x equal to x square, right. We have to find the function which is neither 1 1 nor on 2, okay. So if you look at this function fx equal to x square, if you find the value of f of 1, now you are looking at the domain which is an integer set, okay, set of integers. So what I am doing is I am selecting an integer only, see, f of 1, and that is equal to 1 square, so which is equal to 1, right. Then f of minus 1 I am looking at again, okay. what we are getting, minus 1 the whole square, so that is equal to 1, right? So what you are getting is f of 1 is equal to f of minus 1, and that is implying what, that 1 is not equal to minus 1, right? See, in the domain you are taking different values, 1 and minus 1, but the function values are equal, right? What you should get for 1 1 function, what is the 1 1 function? F is 1 1 means what? Means f of x1 equal to f of x2 will imply x1 equal to x2. So we are getting f of x1 equal to f of x2, but we are not getting x1 equal to x2, right? So this is not a 1 1 function, so fx is not 1 1. So first part we got for this function is not 1 1, but let us check if this function is not onto also. So f of z from z, okay, this is I have written already. For onto function, what we have to do? For onto function, I mean for a function to be onto, what is the definition? So for every y, okay, this is for function onto, for every y belonging to the codomain, which is in this case the set of integers, there is an x belonging to the domain, right, which is also set of integers, such that f of x is equal to y. This is the condition, right? So fx is on to if and only if this is the condition. So for any y you take in the codomain, you should have an x such that fx is equal to y. Let us see that this doesn't happen for every y. So suppose we take for y equal to 2, which is in the codomain, right? 2 is an integer, so this is in the codomain, right? Now suppose fx is equal to y, I mean that is there is an x such that fx is equal to y. So I'll write here, suppose there is x belonging to the domain, which is again integers, right, such that fx is equal to y. So what we will get, y is 2, okay, so fx is equal to y equal to 2, fx is nothing but x square, and that is equal to 2, right? So this will imply what, x is equal to plus or minus root 2, taking square roots on both sides, x is equal to plus or minus root 2, which doesn't belong to the domain, right? So what we have got, so for y belonging to 2, which is in the codomain, there is no x which belong to the domain, which is integer, such that fx is equal to y, okay. For y belonging for y equal to 2, which belongs to the integers, okay, for y equal to 2 which belongs to the integer, there is no x which belongs to the integer such that fx is equal to y equal to 2. We are getting a irrational number, right, plus or minus root 2. So there is no x such that fx is equal to 2. So therefore fx is not onto also, okay. So if we call this as 2, this as 1, this I am just writing so that you get what I am doing. So from 1 and 2, so fx is not onto and fx is not 1 1 also. From 1 and 2, fx is not 1 1 and onto, right? So which option is correct? Option B. For this function we are getting that fx is not 1 1 and onto. See, no need to check then all the other functions. Okay, for all the other functions you will get either 1 1 or onto, or both you may get. Okay, but for this function B we are not getting 1 1 and also not onto, so option B is correct. Therefore option B is correct, right? Now let us look at the problem 3. So if the binary operation star on the set Q of rational numbers is defined as a star b equal to a square plus b square. Okay, so we are only doing the problems of relations and functions chapter, right? So relations and functions chapter is easy chapter. Okay, and you can score here in MCQs. Okay, it is one of the easiest chapter, you can say, to score in the MCQs. Okay, if the binary, so let us see, if the binary operation star on the set Q of rational numbers is defined as a star b equal to a square plus b square, then identify correct statement for the binary operation star. So we have to check whether this operation star is commutative or associative. Okay, or neither of the commutative or associative property the star is satisfying. Okay, so let us see, this is easy. Now if you first check about the commutative, so you have what, a star b equal to a square plus b square. Now what do you mean by commutative? So a star b should be equal to b star a, right? This is the meaning of commutative. So you have what, a star b is equal to a square plus b square. This can be written as b square plus a square, right? Because it is a sum of real numbers. So this is equal to nothing but b star a. So what we are getting is a star b is equal to b star a for all a b which is belonging to the rational number set. For all a and b it is true. So therefore star is commutative. So we have got the first part. Now let us check about the associativity of this operation star. Now see, whenever there are powers in the binary operations, okay, definition, whenever there are powers in the binary operation definition which are greater than 1, like 2, 3, then mostly the associativity will not work. Okay, this you have to keep in mind. So whenever you have to prove that something is not associative, you have to show it by an example. You cannot prove it, you have to show it by an example. So for, let us take an example, a equal to 1, b equal to 2 and c equal to 3. Let us check associativity for this. Associativity means what, a star b, a star bracket b star c is equal to bracket a star b star c. Okay, so let us check a star b star c, and that is in this example 1 star 2 star 3. So see here, bracket you have to solve first. So what you will get, 1 star 2 star 3 will be what, 2 square plus 3 square, right? So this will be equal to 1 star 2 square is 4 plus 3 square is 9. So what we are getting is 1 star 9 plus 4 is 13, right? Okay, so 1 star 13. So again, by definition of star, what we will get? 1 square plus 13 square, and so that will be 1 plus 13 square is 169, and so that will be equal to 170. Okay, so what we are getting is a star bracket b star c is 170. Now we have to check a star b bracket star c. So that is nothing but 1 star 2 star 3. Now bracket you have to solve first. So 1 square plus 2 square, we will get star 3. So this is equal to 1 plus 4 star 3. So that is nothing but 5 star 3. Okay. Now by definition of star, again 5 square plus 3 square, that is nothing but 25 plus 9. So this will be nothing but 25 plus 9 will be 34. So what you are getting is, here we are getting that 1 star 2 star 3 is not equal to, right, because 170 here it is, and here we are getting 34. So 1 star 2 star 3 is not equal to 1 star 2 bracket star 3. Okay, 1 star bracket 2 star 3 is not equal to bracket 1 star 2 bracket star 3. So therefore star is not associative. Okay, so if we call this as 2 and the first conclusion as 1, here first one is star is commutative, second one we got star is not associative. So if we combine them from 1 and 2, what we can say? From 1 and 2, star is commutative but not associative, right? But not associative. So which option is correct? Let us check. It is commutative but not associative. So option C. Option C is the correct option. Okay, now that was problem 3. Now let us look at the problem 4 here. Let us read. If R is a relation in the set S equal to 1, 2, 3 given by R equal to 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 3, 2. Okay, I hope you are getting what I am explaining, right? So these are easy problems here because relations and functions is a easy chapter for MCQs. Okay, for that matter. Now let us read it. Problem 4. If R is a relation in the set S equal to 1, 2, 3 given by R equal to 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, then identify statement which is true for the relation R. Okay, so here you have to check the reflexivity, symmetry property and transitivity, okay, of the relation R. So let us write the relation which is given to us. So R is equal to 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3 and 3, 2, right? And the set S is nothing but 1, 2, 3. Okay, for reflexivity, what we have to check is if all the pairs of the form A, A are there in this relation. Okay, A, A, where A is in the set S, all A should be there. Okay, so A, A for all A in the set S, so every ordered pair should be there for every A in the set S. So you have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, right? So for every a you have this ordered pair 1 comma 1 2 comma 2 3 comma 3. So this relation is first of all reflexive. So R is reflexive, right? So we'll call this as 1. Now let us check about the symmetricity. Okay, so if you check the symmetric property here, then if you look at this 1 comma 2, right? Now 1 comma 2 belongs to the relation R, but 2 comma 1, does it belong to this relation R? We can check. We have 1 comma 1 2 comma 2 3 comma 3 1 comma 2 1 comma 3 and 3 comma 2. So 2 comma 1 doesn't belong to this set R. So 1 comma 2 belongs to the set R, but 2 comma 1 doesn't belong to set R. So therefore R is not symmetric. So even if for one ordered pair you are not getting the property, okay, then the relation R will not satisfy that property. Okay. Now let us look at the transitivity. So for transitivity, what we have to check? We have to first have this. Okay, first I'll write what we have to check. Okay, what do you mean by transitivity? So a comma b belong to R and b comma c belong to R implies a comma c belongs to R, right? So if a comma b belongs to R, b comma c belongs to R, then a comma c should belong to R. So what is the condition? First of all, you should have this. First of all, you should have these two conditions, then you will check this condition. Okay, so let us check the first two conditions and then check the third condition. For every for every instance, okay, so let us see. First of all, we have this 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 2, right? So there is the instance wherein we have that the first two elements are there for checking the condition. Okay, so 1 comma 1, so we have 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 2. So 1 and 1 is common here, right? So b should be common when checking the condition. So it is there here. So the element 1 comma 2 should be there in this set, and that is there here itself, right? 1 comma 2. Then again we will check another instance. So 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 3 is there, right? So 1 and 1 is common here, b is common. So 1 comma 3 should be there in this set, and it is there here itself. Now let us check some other pairs which occur here. So 3 comma 3, right, and 3 comma 2. 3 comma 3 and 3 comma 2. So 3 and 3 common we have, then 3 comma 2 should be there, so that is there here. Okay, so we have every we have the condition for every pair which is occurring in the set R, right? So therefore R is transitivity. R is transitive. So we will call this as 3 and this is 2. I had not called this some number. So R is not symmetric, that is 2. R is transitive, that is 3. So from 1, 2 and 3, what we will get? So see, R is reflexive, R is transitive, but R is not symmetric. So we have to write this: R is reflexive and transitive, but not symmetric. Okay, so which condition is satisfied? F is reflexive, R is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric, so option B is correct. So therefore option B is correct. Okay, so 4 MCQs I have solved. So first set I have done for the chapter relations and functions. Okay, this is an easy chapter, and more problems I'll solve for every chapter for the GCT exam. Okay, that's it in the video. If you have liked the video, please hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.